Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. And we got opening day of the 1978 New York Yankees project using Apba Master Game. And we got the New York Yankees traveling to Texas to take on the Rangers. So let's take a look here at the starting lineup for the visiting New York Yankees. We got leading off playing second base, Willie Randolph. Batting second, playing center field is Mickey Rivers. We got batting third, being the DH, the captain, Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field is Reginald Jackson, Reggie. Batting fifth, playing left field is Sweet Lou Piniella. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Cliff Johnson. Batting seventh and playing first base is Chris Chambliss. Batting eighth, playing third base is Greg Nettles. And on batting ninth, playing shortstop is Bucky Dent. And the man on the mound is the Gator himself, Louisiana Lightning, will be doing the pitching for the Yankees. Let's take a look here at the Texas Rangers, the home team starting lineup. We got leading off playing first base, Mike Hargrove. Batting second, playing shortstop is Bert Campaneris. Batting third, playing left field is Al Oliver. Batting fourth, playing right field is Richie Zisk. Batting fifth, playing third base, Toby Harrah. Batting sixth and doing the DH is Kurt Bukovic. Batting seventh and playing center field is Juan Benitez. Batting eighth, playing second base is Bump Wills. And batting ninth and doing the catching for the Texas Rangers will be Jim Sundberg. And on the mound for the Rangers is John Matlack. Let's get down here to Arlington. Get this game started, folks. John Matlack was 15 and 13 in 78. He had a 2.27 ERA. He started in 33 games and pitched in 35. He did have one save. The first batter he'll be facing here today is Willie Randolph. Willie batted .279, 3 home runs, and he had 42 RBIs. Let's get this game started, folks. Here's the pitch to Willie. And we drop the dice. It's the only way to get this game started. And Willie, he tees off on this ball from John. See what he can do here. And that's going to be a 36. That's going to be a double. And Willie Randolph starts this game off with a leadoff double. Nice piece of hitting by Randolph here for the Yankees in the right center field. So, well, we got Willie on it second and nobody out. So the Yankees starting off this season in the right way. And that'll bring up Mickey Rivers. And Mick's batted .265 with 11 home runs and 48 RBIs. Hey, Aaron, in 1978. See what old Rivers can do here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Rivers goes down swinging. 1 down. Brings up the captain, Thurman Munson. Munson batted .297, 6 home runs, 71 RBIs in 78. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. He's a 1 and a 25 for a pitcher on a 1. Filling column number 2. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Hargrove's up with it. He tosses it over the MATLACK covering. Randolph will get down the third. Hey, Ken Castro and Christopher. Master game's back on. Exactly, Ken. Oh, cool, Christopher. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, hopefully you get it straightened out. So now we got Randolph down at third, Reggie Jackson up. Reggie batted 274 with 27 home runs and 97 RBIs and 78. Here's the pitch to Jackson. And that's going to be a base on balls. Reggie trots on down to first. So now we got first and third for Sweet Lou Piniella. See what Lou can do here. First and third. Lou batted 314 and 78, 6 home runs, 69 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Matlock. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Yankees are going to score some runs here in the first. And that ball is high. That ball is, let's make sure here. He does have the G, and Sweet Lou will make him a 16. And that is gone, folks. Kiss that baby goodbye. Sweet Lou pulls that down the right field line for his first home run, left field line rather, for his first home run of the year. And just like that, the Yankees are up 3-0. That brings up Cliff Johnson. Cliff is up now with nobody on and 2 outs. Cliff only batted a $187 and 78. See if he can get on board. He had 6 home runs, 19 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Matlack strikes out 2, but gives up the 3-run homer to Lou Piniella. And we have a Yankees 3, and the Rangers coming up to bat will have Hargrove, Campaneris, and Oliver due up here against Ron Guidry. Ron Guidry had a 1.74 ERA in 78, folks. He was 25-3. He started 35 games. See if old Guidry can keep the Rangers off the board here with a 3-0 lead. First batter he'll be facing in 78 is going to be Mike Hargrove. He batted 251, 7 home runs, 40 RBIs. And here's the pitch from Guidry. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Randolph's up with it. He tosses it over the Chambliss for out number 1. That brings up Bert Campaneris now. Bert only batted a $186 on the year. 1 home run and 17 RBIs in 78. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Chambliss will take it himself. Oh, that's right. I better check these 12s. It's one thing I got to remember, Ken, is to check the 12s and the 35s, especially with a guy like Guidry on the mound with his rating of 22. He gets the right lefty up there, and it will really affect that. So there's 2 down. Ain't used to the 12 and the 35 maybe being a hit. All right, and that brings up Al Oliver. He batted 324 in 1978 with 14 home runs and 89 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball. Now, that's going to be a swing and a miss. I got to remember that too. Old Guidry's got that K factor. That's something new for me, Ken. So that'll be a swing and a miss. Guidry strikes Oliver out. And Rangers go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the second. It's 3-0 New York. We got Chambliss, Nettles, and Denton due up. Chris batted 274 on the year and 78 with 12 home runs and 90 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Chris. That's going to be a ground ball down the first. Hargrove's up with it, calls off MATLACK, and takes it himself for out number 1. Now we got Nettles up. Nettles about at 276 on the year also, with 27 home runs and 93 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Sis makes the catch out there for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for the Yanks. Here's Bucky Dent, batting .243 in 1978 with 5 home runs and 40 RBIs. Hey, Legend Sports Universe. And that could be a base hit here, old Bucky. Gonna make him a 17 on an 8. Probably not. Probably going to get him here. And they do. That'll be a fly ball in the left field. And that'll end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the second. Still 3-0 New York. Zisk, Herrera, and Bukovic is due up here for the Rangers. And Richie batted .262 on the year. IK rating is nasty, ain't it, Ken? Yeah, like I say. Yeah, I got to get used to that. I'm only used to the X and Y and the Z and double Z. Yeah. So I have to get used to looking, making sure that he doesn't get a strikeout. So here's the pitch to Richie. And that's going to be a... Richie's going to knock old GUIDRY down to a 20, but that's to still be an out. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Matter of fact, that's not. That's going to be that darn K. He strikes out old Richie for out number 1. Oh, exactly. I got to remember the R. Yep, you're exactly right. Yep. The M, the L, the G, and the H ain't too bad. I remember them. But like I say, I've never played with this K and R rating. He knocked him down to a 20. That's crazy, ain't it? Yep. Here goes Toby. Toby batted .229 and 78. I always liked Toby here. Had 12 home runs, 59 RBIs for the Rangers. And that's going to be a ground ball. No, that's going to be a ground ball pop-up rather down the second. Randolph makes the catch for out number 2. Here's old Kurt Bukovic. And he batted .222, deuces wild, 6 home runs and 30 RBIs. Hey, Philip, and 78. Here's the pitch to Kurt. And that's going to be another pop-up. This one's going to be popped up down the short. And Bucky Dent makes the play. And the Rangers go down again. 1, 2, 3. And we go to the top of the third. We'll have the top of the order due up here for the Yanks. Randolph, Rivers, and Munson due up. And Willie started this game off with a leadoff double and came around to score on the home run. Can he do it again here, folks? Not this time. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down here in the third. And that brings up Mickey. Mickey struck out his first time up. I'm doing well, Philip. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. Bert's up with it. He fires over to Hargrove. 1, 2 go to Yanks. It's up to the captain, Thurman, to get something going here. He grounded out to first his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And the Yankees go down in order. But they hang on here to a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third. We have Juan Benitez, Bump Wills, and Jim Sundberg due up here for the Rangers. Juan batted .260, 11 home runs, 50 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Man, that K comes up a lot, don't it, Ken? It's on a lot of big numbers on what, 24, 28, 30, and 32. Damn, these numbers come up a lot. You ain't joking. That K is serious shit. That is GUIDRY's third strikeout. Brings up Bump Wills. Bump batted 250. Yeah, exactly. Yes, it does. Is right. Batted 259 home runs and 57 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the first base runner for the Rangers, Bump Wills, is now down at first with one out for Sundberg. Let's see what happens here. Yankees looking to turn two. Sundberg batted 278. He had 6 home runs and 58 RBIs in 78. And that might be just what the doctor ordered. That's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Jim. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Jim goes down swinging. We're back to the top of the order, and Mike Hargrove. And Mike grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Reggie makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. The Rangers leave 1. We go to the top of the 4th. We got Jackson, Piniella, and Johnson due up here for the Yanks. Reggie walked his first time up. Came around the score on the 3-run homer by Lou. See what they do with Reggie this time. Yeah, might be. You would think it would be higher than that. Of course, he doesn't have a Y on there or nothing like that, Ken. So maybe that XY back in the day, maybe that'll balance out with just having the K, you think? Yeah. So here's Reginald Jackson. And Reggie gets a hold of this one, folks. Squares this one up. See what he can do here against John. And that ball is belted in the right field. He turns on it. And Richie gets over and cuts it off quickly. Reggie will hold up with a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Lou Piniella now. Lou homered a 3-run homer's first time up to give the Yankees the 3-0 lead they got. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Ken. But yeah, he's got the K. And like I say, he doesn't have a Y or an X. Yep. Let's see what old Sweet Lou can do this time against MATLAK. And that's going to be a, let's see here. Sweet Lou's going to turn him into a 19. That's going to be an out. See what kind of out that's going to be. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes old Lou out this time. So Lou goes down on strikes. Here comes old Cliff. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to probably be a, see here. He's going to bump him the whole way up to a 30. So that's definitely an out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Let's check the third baseman here. He's a 4 and a 4 with a 32. It'll be filling column number 2. And that's going to be a ground ball down there. Kobe, he's going to go the short way over to second. That'll be 2 outs, and Cliff will end up down. Yeah, minus 14 against lefties. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, you're right, Ken. I'm thinking old Gator being on the mound. He was a +3. Let's redo that. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, he's a +3. I'm thinking of old, yeah, minus 14. I was right. He's a lefty. I shouldn't doubt myself. Yeah, minus 14 against lefties. So that was good. Like I say, a ground ball down the third. Over to second for out number 2. And that brings up Chambliss now. Let's see what Chris can do here. Yeah, like I say, he's a minus 14 against lefties. Crazy, ain't it? Here's old Chris. And Mr. Chambliss. See what he can do here. 9 minus 1. So that's a 17. And I'll be damned. That's going to turn that into an out. 28. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that's going to end the inning. The Yankees strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 3-0. We got Campy up, Oliver and Zisk. See what they can do here against GUIDRY. Bert grounded out the first time up. And that's going to be a 39. That's going to be an unusual result. And a 55 on a 39. And that's going to be a 14. And a 14 is a second baseman. That is Willie. We'll have to re-roll these. A 41 on an 8. 41 on an 8 will be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. GUIDRY covers first. And that'll get old Bert. Nice play by Randolph for out number 1. That brings up Oliver now. And we got Oliver up now. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Hey, Doug. And that's going to be a 35. And like I say, we got to keep an eye on that. And against lefties, he's going to make him a 28. And then just barely gets him out. That'll be a ground ball down the third. One more, and that would have been a base hit. And now we got Zisk up. Let's see what he did his first time up. He struck out the first time up. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. He's got Richie's number today. He struck him out twice. 2 down now for Toby. No, that's the end of the inning. I got to get my shit straight here. You got Nettles up, Dent, and then Randolph back to the top of the order. Greg's 0 for 1, flew out the right at first time up. And that's going to be a 24 and an 8. It's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Out number 1 for Greg. That brings up Bucky Dent. Bucky Dent can get a 1-out base hit here. He flew out the left his first time up. That's going to be another fly ball out the left. 2 up and 2 down. Leaves it up to old Willie. Do something here with 2 outs. Willie's 1 for 2 with that double. Struck out his last time, though. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Yankees go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 3-0 New York. We got Toby, Bukovic, and Benitez due up here. Toby's 0 for 1. He popped up to Willie. First time up. That's going to be a base on balls. That's the second walk given up here by Gator today. So got a runner down at first. Nobody out. Well, Kurt popped up the shortest first time up. 20 and a 9. And that's going to be the first base hit of the game, folks. Old Kurt legs out an infield hit. Just like that, the Rangers with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth making some noise here against Gator. And that'll bring up Benitez. He struck out his first time up, so we got first and second, nobody out. Yankees looking to turn 2 here. Get out of this mess. See if GUIDRY can get a ground ball. And that's not the ground ball they was looking for, but that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And that's not going to be deep enough for Toby to do anything. It's not going to test Mick's arm, even though Mickey Rivers' arm's not that great. See what it would be here. So that'd be fielding column 1. Re-roll the dice. 4. Like I say, I don't think it's going to be enough. So, yeah, ain't going to be close. I don't know why I'm wasting my time here. Be a 14. 14. He ain't going to take the chance on that. So, like I say, he's going to hold up. So we got first and second now with 2 outs. And that brings up Bump Wills now. And Wills is walked his first time up. Can Gator get him out this time, folks? And that might be just what the doctor ordered here. And Cliff is a 6. Might not be. 45 on a 6. That might be fielding column 3. And that is. And that's going to be a single in the left. And Toby's going to score on a drop throw. That's going to be an E2 on this. So we're going to have a single in the left. Toby's going to score from second. And the runner on first is going to make it down the third. That'll be an E2 on Cliff. And just like that, it's a 2-run ball game, folks. Now there's 1 out. Runners on first and third. And old Jim's up. And Jim struck out his first time up. That's what Gator needs to do again here against Jim. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Reginald Jackson's out there. And it's going to be fielding column 3. And a 59 with a runner on third. That might be deep enough to get the run in. Reggie's got an arm of a 33 and the speed of an 8. Yeah, Kurt's going to score. Not even going to bother throwing. So that makes it a 1-run ball game, folks. Reggie throws that ball in the second. And now all of a sudden it's a 3-2 ball game. So that error was a costly error. Now we got a runner down at first. Hey, Beatles, Carlos, Steve, Bernie. So we got a runner down at first for Mr. Hargrove. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flew out the right. And that's going to be a 2-ball no count on Hargrove. See if he can bounce back. GUIDRY can on this 2-0 pitch. Hey, Jamie. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. But the Rangers scored 2. Make it a 1-1 ball game as we go to the top of the 6th. And we're going to have Rivers, Munson, and Jackson due up here for the Yanks. Mickey's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Rivers out. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Here comes the captain. Can he get something started here with 1 out? He's grounded out the 1st and 2nd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And Toby's up with it, fires across the diamond. We're outnumbered 2. 2 up and 2 down. That's all up to Reggie here. Keep this inning alive. Hey, Buckshot. Reggie's 1 for 1 today. He singled and walked. And not this time. That's another ground ball down the 3rd, and that'll end the inning. Yankees go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Yankees holding on to a 1-run game. Campy, Oliver, and Zisk due up here. Bert's 0 for 2, grounded out twice. Once to 1st, once to 2nd. And that's going to be a 22. That's going to be the catcher, and most likely, well, that's a 16. He's got a shot at maybe making a decent play out of this. And he does. And that's going to be a pop-up. And Cliff throws the mask off, makes the catch. We're outnumbered 1 down here in the 6th. It brings up Al Oliver now. Oliver's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out the 3rd. And he gets a hold of this one, folks, off of GUIDRY. And that ball is driven into right field for a base hit. Jackson gets over quickly, cuts it off. Oliver will hold up at first with a 1-out single. Hey, Tim. And that brings up Richie Zisk now with 1 out and a runner down at first. Richie's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Can old GUIDRY give him the old hat trick here, folks? And no, he doesn't. He squares this one up against GUIDRY, and all of a sudden they're starting to tag run. And that ball is driven into right field. See if old Oliver's going to be able to score on this. With 1 out. And I don't think so. A 42, I don't even think it's worth doing it. Yeah. 42 minus the 33. 24. He might try scoring. That's a 46 or lower. So Oliver's going to try to put on the Jets here. Try to make it home. Here's the throw from Reggie. And he's in there safely, folks. And this game is tied up. It's 3-3, and you got Zisk down at second with 1 out for Toby Herrera. See what Toby does here. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and popped up the second. See if he can get Toby out here, folks. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. GUIDRY needed that one, folks. That's his 7th strikeout of the game. It brings up old Kurt. Kurt's 1 for 2. Came around to score in the 5th. And he gets a hold of this one. Let's see if somebody can make a good play here. And that ball is hit down the third. Nice dive and stop by Nettles. He gets up, fires over to first, robs Kurt of a base hit. That'll end the inning. But the Rangers tie this game up. It's 3 apiece. We go to the top of the 7th. We got Piniella, Johnson, and Chambliss due up here. Lose 1 for 2 with that 3-run homer in the first. Can he come through again here, folks? And he does square this one up. See what Lou does here. It's Lou against the Rangers, and that ball is hit in the left field. It's rolling around. Oliver's chasing after it. So's Juan. And that brown-eyed handsome man's rounding second, headed for third. Sweet Lou's got himself a triple, folks. That'll force the Rangers to bring the infield in with nobody out. And Cliff's up. Cliff is 0 for 2. He struck out and reached on the fielder's choice. See if he can drive the run in. Like I say, the infield will be in. And that's going to be a ground ball down to second. And that sneaks through the drawn-in infield, folks. Well, maybe not. Let's check out the second baseman's fielding here. He might be able to stop it. Wills is a 7 on a 44. And that'll be column number 2. Column number 2. And he's going to throw old Lou out at home. Nice play by Wills. Ground ball down the second. Fires at home. And they get the lead runner. And that'll put Johnson down at first with 1 out now. That brings up Chris Chambliss. Nice play out there by Bump Wills. And here's the pitch. The Chris. And that's going to be swung on and miss. He strikes Chambliss out for out number 2. Can Greg Nettles come through here with Cliff down at first? Yankees had a runner on at third. Nobody out. And let's see here. It's all up to Greg to keep this inning alive. Yes, this is a hell of a ball game, ain't it? And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Nettles. Can he take care of this 2-0 count here and drive Cliff in? No, he can't. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. Bert's up with it. He fires over to first. And the Yankees leave a runner on. We go to the 7th inning stretch. And we got Juan Benitez, Bump Wills, and Jim Sundberg due up here. Juan's 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out the center. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. He fires across to Chambliss for out number 1. That brings up Mr. Wills. And Bump's 1 for 1. He singled, came around the score. Had an RBI and walked. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Now it's going to be a ground ball down the second. So 2 up and 2 down, 2 ground balls, 2 outs. Here comes Jim Sundberg up now. And Jim's 0 for 1. He does have a sacrifice fly. He struck out his other time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Don't want to be walking the go-ahead run here. Brings Hargrove up now with a runner down at first. And Mike is 0 for 3. Grounded out, flew out, and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball back to GUIDRY. Ground ball back to GUIDRY. And that is, and he hits him, folks. That's hit by pitch. All of a sudden now, it's first and second and 2 outs. And Gator just nailed him, folks. So now the go-ahead run's down at second. And old Bert's up. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out twice, popped up to the catcher. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. That'll end the inning. And the Rangers leave 2. We go to the top of the 8th. It's a tie ball game, 3-3. We got the bottom part of the order due up here. Dent, then back to Randolph and Rivers. Bucky get aboard here in the 8th. Bucky's 0 for 2. He's flown out the left both times up. And that's going to be a rare play result. 41 on a 39. And that's going to be a 28. That's probably going to be a ball 1. Here's the 1-0 count to Bucky. And he take advantage of this 1-0 count. And no, he can't. That's going to be hit back to the mound. He's going to fire over to Mike at first, and that'll be out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go. Randolph started this game off with a triple, and he gets something going here with 1 out. Here's the pitch to him. Start off the game with a double, rather. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. That'll be out number 2. So it's up to Mr. Rivers to get something started here. And Mickey's 0 for 3. Struck out twice and grounded out the short. And that's going to be another pop-up. That's going to be a swing and a miss, rather. Strikes him out. Rivers goes down swinging. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We got Oliver, Zisk, and Herrera due up here against GUIDRY. This will probably be Ron's last inning here. And Oliver's 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Randolph. Fires over the Chambliss. No, they're both, he's a Q1 and so is the Gator. So, yeah. So this will probably be the GUIDRY's last inning here. This now's up. And this is 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. And he gets a hold of this one again off of the Gator. Not what the Yankees want to see here. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Sorry, in the left field. So Zisk is aboard here with 1 out for Toby Herrera. Let's see what Toby can do. Toby's 0 for 2. He's walked and struck out and popped up. Hey, MV. And that's going to be a ground pop-up down the short. And Bucky makes the catch out in short left field for out number 2. And that'll bring up Kurt Bavacqua. See what Kurt's done today. He's 1 for 3, came around to score in the 5th. He's grounded out the 3rd and popped up the short. Here's the pitch to Kurt. And that's a big swing and a miss, strike 3. And we go to the top of the 9th, folks. And that'll probably be it for MATLACK. See who the Rangers want to bring in here in the top of the 9th. See, you got the righty and Munson up, followed by Lou, followed by Jackson and Lou. So you got 2 righties and a lefty. Let's see who they're going to go to here out of the bullpen. Both starting pitchers pitched a hell of a game. Can the Yankees score some runs here in the top of the ninth and give GUIDRY a chance here to win this ball game? The Rangers, this is their Achilles heel here is their bullpen. They don't got much of a bullpen, that's for sure. They're going to bring in Len Barker, the righty. See if Len Barker can keep this game tied up. Len in 1978 had a 4.82 ERA. He was 1-5 in 29 games with 4 saves. Like I say, he'll be going up against Munson, Jackson, and Piniella. Can the Yankees score some runs and give GUIDRY a victory here on opening day? Yes, he did have a perfect game. I think that was in 81, Carlos. And then in 82. It was 82. It was the year before the stupid ass Braves traded old Butler to the Indians to get him. One of the worst trades in Braves histories, in my opinion. Thurman is 0 for 3, 3 groundouts. He's grounded out the first, second, and third. Can the captain do something here in the top of the ninth? And that's going to be a no. That's going to be a ground ball down the second, pop up down the second. That'll be out number 1. Here comes Mr. Reggie Jackson. Can he do it? He says he's the straw that stirs the drink. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Grounded out the third his last time up. So let's see if Reggie can blast one here. And no, he can't. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Jackson goes down swinging. He's trying to hit a home run there, that's for sure. That brings up Lou Piniella, 2 for 3. He has homered and tripled in this game. He is the Yankees offense, that's for sure. See if Sweet Lou can get on here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to him. And he sure can, folks. He squares it up. This is the only guy hitting for the Yankees. And that's going to be a double. Let's see. He's just a BK. So that's going to be a double in the center field. Nice piece of hitting by Lou. So the go-ahead runs down at second. That brings up Cliff. And we're going to have a pitch hitter here, I think, for Cliff. Since the righty's out there now. See who's going to come off the bench. Do I even have a backup catcher? No, I don't. So Cliff's going to have to stay in the game because Thurman's freaking DHing. That ain't very smart. So Cliff's going to have to stay in the stinking game. All righty. So it's going to be up to Cliff Johnson to do something here in the ninth. Johnson's 0 for 3. He struck out and reached on fielder's choices. So can Cliff be the hero here? And maybe. Let's see, against a righty, he's going to knock him down to a 1. That might just do it, folks. A single into center with 2 outs. It's going to be a 65. This should score the run here, folks. A 65 minus the 35 arm. Lou don't have much speed, a 5. So it's a 35. So they're not even going to throw home. So Lou's going to score on the single by Cliff Johnson. And I was ready to take him out of the damn ball game. So old Billy Martin's smarter than I am. That's for damn sure. So that'll get the run in. Nice piece of hitting by Cliff. Old Heathcliff comes through. And now we got Johnson down at first. 2 outs, and the Yankees got Goose warming up in the bullpen. Chambliss is up now. He's 0 for 3, grounded out twice and struck out. And he tags this ball. And that's going to be a single into right field. And I don't think, let's see, with 2 outs, Cliff might be able to make it down the third. That would be a 54. Now he's going to stay down at second. Cliff ain't going to try that. He's too damn slow. So he's going to stop at second. So now we got first and second. Len Barker can't get out of his own way once he got 2 outs here, folks. That's what he reminds me of when he was with the Yankees. Tim might have liked him with Cleveland. He was a damn good pitcher for Cleveland. That brings up Greg Nettles. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out the right field twice and grounded out the short. Can he bust this game open and give the Yankees a little insurance here? And that's going to be a 39. That's going to be a, oh, it all depends on the catcher. And Jim is a 9 with a 62. I might make him a 1 now. I might just make him a 3. On a 62, no, he's a 2. So that should end the inning here. And that's going to be a strikeout. That's going to be a strike, not a strikeout. And they pick off Chambliss at first, folks. That is a pick off at first. They get Chambliss leaning the wrong way. And that'll be it for GUIDRY. And in comes the Goose. Goose Gossies comes out of the bullpen. Can he save this game? In real life, Goose blew this lead, folks. Gator got a no decision because the Goose blew the lead. I think it was like a 3-2 ball game in real life. I'm not sure. I think it was. I think they had a 2-0 lead when GUIDRY left the ball game. Can the Goose come in here and nail this game down? The Goose in 78 had a 2.01 ERA. He was 10-11, and he had 27 saves. But the beginning of 78, he was struggling, folks. And old Sparky Lau wasn't very happy being the damn setup man to Goose Gossage either. He'll be facing Benitez, Wills, and Sundberg. Let's see here if they're going to make any changes here. If they got any lefties on the bench they might want to bring out. And they might here. Joe, they're going to bring out John Lowenstein. He's going to pitch hit here. Bring some lefties in now that the Gator's out of this game. The Goose is on the loose. That's right, Doug. Let's hope he's on the loose, being a Yankee fan here. So we're going to have, like I say, old Lowenstein coming in here. Where's old John at? There he is. John grabs a bat. And he batted .222 with 5 home runs and 21 RBIs in the 1978 season. And here's the pitch from Goose. And that's going to be a ball hit down the third. Nettles is a 5. But a 64 ain't a very good roll for that. And that's going to be fielding column 3. And that's going to be an error on Nettles. E5, and here we go, folks. An E5 Nettles muffs that ball. John's down at first. Pine runs aboard, nobody out. Bump Wills is up now. They'll let Bump hit. Maybe they'll even sacrifice here. Try to get old John down there. Yeah, they're not going to sacrifice. They're going to let Bump swing away. He's 1 for 2. He singled, drove in a run, walked, rounded out the second. Yankees looking to turn 2 here. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that's going to be fielding column 2. And Willie's going to go the short way down the second. But that ball wasn't hit hard enough for a double play. So that's 1 out. And now we got Jim up. See if they're going to pitch hit here for Jim. How many catchers they got on the bench? They got Johnny Ellis. They're going to let old Jim hit. They're not going to pitch hit for Jim. Yeah, let it be Lowenstein. Yeah, he was a nice Oriole. Oh, Weaver used him very well down there in a platoon situation with Renicky. All right, here comes the pitch to old Jim. He's 0 for 1. He struck out, had a sacrifice fly and walk. And that's going to be that'll make old Goose a 21 on a 8. That should be out here. 33. That's going to be a pop up down the third. That's going to be a K. Oh, Goose has got that K also, Ken. That's a swing and a miss. Those Ks are crazy, man. So that's a strikeout. And the Rangers are down to their last out. Hargrove's up. He's 0 for 3. He got hit by pitches last time up, grounded out to second, flew out the right and struck out. Can he keep this game alive? The tying run down at first. And no, this will end the ball game. That's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Goose is up with it, tosses it over to Chambliss, and the Yankees hold on and win this game 4-3, folks. Hell of a game. Just under an hour, Ken. That ain't bad. Ain't bad for a 4-3 ball game. Take a look here at the box score. Nice pitching duel. Yeah, it was a hell of a game, wasn't it, Ken? Let's take a look here at the box score. Like I say, and pretty sure, like I say, the Yankees lost that game like 3-2 in real life. Goose blew the save. The Yankees 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. The Rangers 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Lou Piniella was the offense, folks. He drove in 3 runs with that 3-run homer in the first. Had 2 hits. And old Cliff, he drove in the go-ahead run. Oh, thank you, Doug. Yeah, I think so too, Ken. Like I say, everybody complains about how long this game takes. Unless I'm screwing up. Thank you, Beatles. And Ken caught me messing up one thing. That was about it. I had 3 left on base. The Yankees were 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Oh, Richie Zisk, he was 2 for 4 with an RBI. He tried to keep the Rangers in this game. The Rangers were 1 for 5. They left 7 men on base. GUIDRY goes 8 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them earned. The defense left him down. Oak Cliff was the freaking guy that made the key error to let those 2 runs score. But he came back and did it in the bottom of and top of the 9th. Oh, thank you, legends. And GUIDRY walked 3, struck out 8. Goose comes in, pitches the 9th inning, picks up his first save, struck out 1. Oh, MATLACK pitched a hell of an 8 innings, gave up that 3-run homer in the first, and that was it. Thank you, Buckshot. Gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 7. Like I say, the only thing he did was had a rough first inning, and Lynn Barker came in and just stunk the show up. 1 inning, 3 hits, gave up a run, struck out 1. Let's fast play some American League games here. We got the A's traveling to California to take on the Angels. Nolan Ryan going here. Let's see what happens out here in California. And the A's do a number to Nolan. What's the Ask Star about? Oh, if y'all didn't see, I had a triple play already in the season. Second game of the year. Twins turned to triple play. Ryan struck out 14, but loses the game, folks. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. Yep. That 78 Ranger team, like OMV, that's not a bad team. All right. Now we got the Red Sox taking on the White Sox in Chicago. You got the Eck on the mound there for the Red Sox. Dennis had a hell of a year in 78. And the Red Sox and White Sox have a crazy game. Oh, yes. 6 runs driven in. How about that? He had a hell of a game. 6 RBIs, 2 home run game. There you go, Bernie. We'll take a look at the box score here for Bernie. Like I say, oh, yes. 3 for 5 with 2 home runs. Jim Rice, 3 for 5 also with 3 RBIs. Damn. Rice had a home run. Scott had a home run. That ball was flying out of Chicago. The wind must have been blowing out, that's for sure. And old Freddie was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Like I say, Scott was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Dewey was the only one that didn't have a hit. He was 0 for 5. Everybody else had at least 1 hit. Everybody played for that horse feathers. They was 9 for 17 with runners in scoring position. Scored all them runs, still left 9 men on base. White Sox didn't do bad either. Old Bobby Bonds, 2 for 4. Bloomberg, 2 for 5. Chet Lemon, 2 for 5. Man, they was 5 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Of course, they scored 8 runs. Bobby Bonds had a home run in the game. Eck went 6 innings, gave up 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Walked 4, struck out 4, gave up 2 home runs. Cleveland comes in, pitches 2 innings and gets the win. Ripley comes in, pitches the 9th, gives up 4 hits and a run, but holds on to the win. Crazy game up there in Chicago. Then you got the Royals traveling to Cleveland to take on the Tribe. See what happens here in Cleveland. Man, Kansas City beats up on the Indians. 11 runs, 16 hits, no errors. The Indians 1 run on 9 hits and 2 errors. George Brett had a home run and 3 RBIs. Then you got the Blue Jays traveling to Detroit. Cross the lakes here. See what happens up there in Detroit. Taking on the Tigers. And the Tigers beat up on the Jays. The Jays 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The Tigers 8 runs, 16 hits, and an error. Then you got the Orioles traveling up to Milwaukee to take on the Brewers. El Presidente's on the mound for the Orioles. See what he can do against the Harvey's wall bangers here. And the Brewers win a close game. The Orioles 4 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The Brewers 5 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. And the last American League game is the Twins and Mariners. The Twins have beaten the Mariners 3-0. Can the Mariners get their first win here? And the Mariners finally pick up a win here, folks. See what the Stars for. Twins had 20 hits and lose the game. Twins 7 runs on 20 hits and no errors. The Mariners 9 runs on 13 hits. So obviously either the game ended in the 9th inning or in extras. Let's take a look here. It ended in the 9th inning. And that's it for the American League on April 8th, folks. I want to thank Carlos, Legend Sports Universe, for stopping by. Legends, you doing a football game tonight? Bernard Strom Sports Replay. Check out his great channel, folks. He's doing the 1914 Red Sox. Jamie's in the house. And check out Buckshot and BBN Sports Replay. He just did some Field of Dreams games over there. Go over to Legends channels, folks. He's going to have the Eagles taking on the Patriots in his football league. Ken Castro was in. Thank you, Ken, for helping me out. Doug Hunt was in the house. Cleveland baseball fan. Check out Cleveland baseball fan 879 Tim. He was finishing up the American League Championship game today, the Yankees and the Indians in 2007. Check that out. NV was in the house. Check out NV. Played some cricket the other day. I didn't know he was on. Oh, that's another thing. If Buckshot, if you're still in here too, if you could change your channel so it doesn't say recommended for kids, that way we can get reminders for your channel too. Won't let you do reminders because it says it's set for kids settings. Oh, I appreciate it, Ken. Yeah, I do, buddy. Like I say, I'll get a little faster here. We'll try to get these games down to under an hour. I think that was everybody that was in. Oh, Philip Reynolds, check out his channel. He's doing the 1961 season using History Maker Baseball. Chris Slovic, check out his great channel. He's been doing some basketball lately. And that's everybody, folks. Oh, thank you, Carlos. Appreciate it, bud. Like I say, I'll get a little better with this. A little better, won't be needing the calculator and doing stuff as much. And football is next. Exactly, Steve. Head on over to the Sports Universe channel. Well, like I say, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Y'all have a great night. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. And like I say, on your way out of the great state of Texas, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, y'all take care. Oh, thank you, Bernie. I appreciate it. Like I say, it'll take me a little bit of time to get her down pat, but it's not bad. I think people just get frustrated with this game too quickly. If you really understand the basic game, it's not that bad because there's 2 or 3 times, like I say, you you know that the runner's not going to be thrown out. If that base running number is like in the 60s, it don't matter how good the outfielder's arm is. That runner's probably going to make it to the next base, and it's just not worth calculating anything and making a throw. But like I say, I think I got her down pretty good. I'll play about 10 or so more games. It should be second nature. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to get off here and head over to the Legend Sports universe. Take care, man.